Jeremy Hahn on your left. Evart Moughon on your right. We're going to confirm Evart's last name. Make sure we don't get that wrong. And we'll be underway here in just a moment. I'm surprised I got Evart right. But is that a common first name? It's Moughon. I got that right, too.
I don't know how. I have not seen it frequently.
No? Steam vents here for Evart.
Hahn with a lot of respect for Dredge and Burn this weekend. Made that copy of Colitis.
Like it. Like it. It's a good card. All right, what do we got here? Jace. Vryn's Prodigy. Thought Scour. Jeremy's going to target himself. Lightning Bolt and Island will go to the graveyard. New card will come to the hand here for Jeremy. Now Jeremy will draw. Jeremy picked up a copy of Terminate. I think it might be ideal to kill that Jace. It's a pretty good magic card. And Jeremy, you're going to sacrifice a Scalding Tarn. See what land Jeremy wants to get out of the deck here. Missed it on the first go. There it is. There's the Blood Crypt. I think that might mean we're going to see the Terminate here in just a second. Number of Terminates, just one. Their removal is pretty split up here. 3 Fatal Pushes, 3 Bolts, a Terminate, a Dreadbore, Murderous Cut, a Collector Brutality, a Dismember. We're actually going to go with Fatal Push with Revolt. Ship it.
This is quite the opening here from Hahn.
Yeah, into a Tasigur. That's not bad at all. We're going to go over to Evart now. He's going to play a Thought Scour. Lightning Bolt and Spire both Canals go to the graveyard. Now here's a Serum Vision. Draw a card. Scry not once, but twice. Evart will figure out where he wants those cards to go in just a moment.
You're seeing some of the awkwardness here with going into a second color for cantrips. In theory, works pretty well with Arclight Phoenix, and I'm sure that's true. Cantrips are not the best way to set up Bedlam Reveler, though, and that is, one of the best payoffs, maybe the best payoff for this sort of strategy.
It's a very good point, as here comes Tasigur.
The red spells, the rituals, they get you Hellbent. And that's typically a better way to play with Bedlam Reveler than having a handful of spells.
Here's another Serum Vision. Draw a card. Scry 2. That's why you see Bedlam Reveler go hand in hand with Faithless Looting or anything else. Fiery Temper. Now.
Do you know the Holy Diva mana base?
I'm going to assume a lot of mountains.
19 mountains. Period.
I prefer that.
F-I-N. Period.
Keep it
that is how you do it.
Keep it nice and clean. Nice and clean. Arid Mesa the draw.
Thought Scour's a nice one, though. There's
fun.
But the Serum Vision, I'm not that interested.
That thing's dead. Yeah. That's gone. Now another Thought Scour. 2 cards are going to the graveyard there. Swamp among them. Search for his Kanta trigger. Damnation right in the graveyard. Not going to need that one this game. Darkslick Shores enters the battlefield tapped. Here comes Tasigur. Evart is down to 7, I believe. Let's make it 6. Evart not really getting much going right now. And now he'll draw. Picked up another Arid Mesa. Looks like he's going to sacrifice this one. Okay, down to 5. There's a basic mountain. It's time for Arclight Phoenix on. It's actually Bedlam Reveler, so not Arclight Phoenix yet. See, we may have jumped the gun. See, we may have jumped the gun a little bit there.
As mentioned.
Yes.
Not Bedlam Reveler plus cantrips, not ideal.
Yeah.
Both cards individually good enough that maybe you can get it done that way. Well, as 2-0, that's something.
I'm gonna bolt you.
That was not the best Bedlam Reveler I've ever seen.
I've seen better Revelers, yeah. Trigger, take a look. Kalidas right to the graveyard, transform.
Good sign.
Attack you. Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command, tap your squad, attack you. We're done. Jeremy Hahn going to win game 1 here over Evart and his Is It Spells decks. Evart Moughon. Grixis Control, up a game. Let's go to the sideboard. That was
Let's go.
We got to do better than that.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah? We got to do better than that.
I enjoy all the games.
You celebrate.
Yeah, I celebrate the whole range.
Yeah.
Good games, bad games. I don't make that distinction. They're all just games.
4 Surgical Extraction. 3 Dragon's Claws. 2 Abrade. 2 Alpine Mood. Alpine Mood, huh? I think that's supposed to be an N. That's okay. We're having a couple of technical difficulties.
Big Moon.
That's right. 2 Dispels. 2 Is It Static Casters. What do you like there, partner?
2 Dispels. End of list. Next.
Over to Jeremy.
I would cut some of the cantrips with the surgicals just to get your hand empty. But if that's not where you're at strategically, then just the Dispels.
All right. That can't be
Counter Squall.
That can't be Counter Spell. That's not possible. 3 Counter Squall. I think that's correct. 3 Surgical Extraction. 2 Collective Brutality. In Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, and Engineer Explosives. Fulner Mage, Olivia Voldarin. Liliana the Last Hope. Vendilion Click. Young Pyromancer.
I don't know. Nothing here is, I think, excellent. I think Counter Squall's all right, Surgical's all right, Brutality's all right, but nothing lights out.
That's a pretty easy first game there for Jeremy. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy first game.
Yeah.
Let's go over the Season 2 schedule here on the SCG Tour, of which we do not have many dates left, Patrick.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're almost done. I know we got like a show in Charlotte coming up.
Canceled.
Yes.
It was a weekend ago. It's still canceled.
Yeah, it's not back. Philly's still gone. So we're in Dallas right now. Charlotte next weekend. Regional championships. Go to StarCityGames.com/regionals for more information. Las Vegas.
Teams.
You better show up. Baltimore, Modern. Then we got an Envy. That closes it out. We got playmats too.
Talk about it.
The Siege Gang Commander for Standard, Open, and Classic players. Modern. That's Llanowar Elves. And then Legacy Staple.
Which is lighting.
There it is. Free exclusive playmats. With entry into any 2018 Season 2 Open, Classic, or Infinite Challenge package, go to StarCityGames.com/schedule. Bookmark that. Save that. So you know where to go for the rest of this year. We'll go over Season 1 of 2019 a little later.
Yeah, that's up. Show. Announced.
Yeah, we announced that. We'll go over that a little bit later.
Plus a lot of changes coming in 2019.
Oh, yeah. These people don't even know. They don't even know what they're ready for. They don't even know what they're in store for in 2019. It's going to be a hot year. Serum Visions. Scry 2. Go over to Jeremy Hahn. It's a mountain. It's a thing in the ice. Pass the turn back. Hahn will sacrifice the polluted delta. We'll see what land he wants to find. A Blood Crypt. Thing in the Ice, one of my favorite cards from a design perspective.
It's a sweet one.
It's a sweet design.
I like creatures that incentivize playing with a lot of spells, I think lead to some pretty interesting deck building puzzles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Spells that incentivize more spells are really sketchy. Pass in Flames. Electromancer thing in the eyes.
Mechanic.
It's less about the Storm's not great by any means, but it's more about the payoffs being you win the game in one shot rather than if it was more about empty the Warrens and there was a turn to interact and there were, sweepers were more of an option, I think it would be a lot less bad, the Storm mechanic, but it's so much of the way that it shows up is play 10 spells in one turn and kill you immediately. It's a lot worse.
Manamorphose is going to remove a counter from Thing in the Ice, and now here's a Faithless Looting. Looks like there's a mana floating. So draw 2. Fiery Temper among those cards. Combo. That's a combo.
That is a combo.
And discard at least. That's one card you have to discard. We got to find another one here. Oh, another. Well, did he discard? I don't think he discarded 2 cards. Yeah, we're going to stop that. We're going to stop that game. Yep. Didn't discard 2 cards.
Cast the Manamorphose. Discard a Fiery Temper.
Drew Lightning Bolt. We already know that. Okay, so he's going to. It's a good card to discard. Arclight Phoenix. And now he's going to play the Faithless Looting. He's already drawn 1 card in Lightning Bolt. We can rebuild it all. So he needs to draw 1 more card from Faithless Looting. Okay. Great. Now discard 2 cards. Cool. Did these come back? Is that true?
Yeah. Manamorphose, Faithless Looting, Fiery Temper.
All right, can we take a look at Arclight Phoenix now? Here we go. At the beginning of your combat, if you've cast 3 or more, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy's dead.
Turn 2, Young Pyromancer. And now just dead.
Yeah. Manamorphose, Faithless Looting, Fiery Temper, Faithless Looting. Transform. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a bad third turn.
Not a bad third turn.
Not bad. Okay, we're done. All right. Well. Evart Moughon wins game 2 against Jeremy Hahn. Is it spells versus control? Getting ready for a third game. Always important to discard 2 cards to Faithless Looting, especially when one is an Arclight Phoenix.
That's not one I would have forgotten about.
No. No. That's important. Want to go over the sideboards again?
Yeah, sure.
Right. What Jeremy, now that he knows what's going on, you want to change anything now?
I mean, same deal. Surgicals, counter squalls. That's pretty much it. Not a huge fan of Young Pyromancer in this matchup. I don't want to.
I think counter squall's too slow.
On the play, I think it's probably fine.
Yeah. On the play, I agree.
There's got to be slower cards in here.
What about Evart, now that we saw that game? I guess Jeremy didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So.
No. He sort of just spun his tires with cantrips and never got.
Died.
Then died.
All right, let's go over the Season 2 schedule. Let's go over Season 1 for next
Talk
year.
about it. 2019, let's talk about it.
How about that? Do we have that thing? Yeah, a rumor has it. Hello. Team Mod. Actually, it's your turn. You get to start this one.
Columbus, Worcester, Indianapolis.
You have to say the format. You have to say the format.
Team Modern, and Teams.
All right.
Then Teams in Baltimore, February 2nd and 3rd. Standard in Dallas. Legacy in Syracuse.
I won't be there.
Regional Championship. You got an issue with Syracuse?
That's my birthday weekend. I'm not going. I'm not working that weekend.
It is. Celebrating your birthday weekend is what a child does.
Have you met me?
Regional Championships, March 9th. That'll be Modern. Dates coming, or venues coming rather as we get closer to that one. Modern in Philadelphia. It's a lot more opens next year. Going to go to the next page, I assume, sometime soon. Teams in Cincinnati, Modern in Cleveland, teams in Richmond, teams in Syracuse, Modern Louisville, and then the Invitational Season 1, Berglund Center, June 7th to the 9th. Modern Standard as the invitational formats.
We got sweet playmats. This is for our Standard, Open, and Classic players. This is Botanical Growth.
Is that a card?
No, these are commissioned artwork.
Oh, okay, great.
From the artist. Is that a card? It's a good question. Let's go to the next one. For Modern, Star Crowned Angel by Greg Staples. And for Legacy, it is Lofstone Citadel by Adam Paquette. Free exclusive playmats. Commissioned artwork, not cards. These fantastic artists drew these for this purpose. For us.
And you get that with entry to any Open, Classic, Infinite Challenge, or Sealed Spectacular Package. Go to SRCgames.com/schedule. refresh yourself with Season 1 as we get a little bit closer. 2019.
Season 1, 2019. People they don't even know.
They don't even know.
They don't even know what to be ready for. Players' Championship coming back. Joe Set, ready to defend the crown.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hot fire of a tournament. I'll tell you that much. Papa Joe. Evart looks like he's taking a mulligan down to 6. You know, now that we probably might see more of Joe next year, I just say we just unban Top Legacy. Just let him do his thing.
I don't think the ban list should be guided by whether or not Joe Lissette is attending a handful of Legacy events.
I don't know if Joe agrees with that. We'll have to see.
Also, let's keep Joe's draws to a minimum.
We have a polluted Delta here for Jeremy Evart with a Steam Fence. Jeremy going to sacrifice his polluted Delta, fall down to at least 19, maybe lower, we'll see. Look, I just want to see Joe tap the top to draw a card and then venture it, which is just
going off.
That's spitting the ball on your
That is the legacy version of War for Expedition map for Inventor's Fair for Welding Jar.
Lose immediately.
Didn't use the Welding Jar, died the next turn.
Here's a thing in the ice. It was so good last time. We'll see if it lives this time. No, it will not. Fatal Push will take care of that. Basic Mountain there off the Scalding Tarn is going to bring Evart down to 19. Back to Jeremy we go. Jeremy's drawn. He'll sacrifice his land. He's going to put the Kolaghan's Command back in his deck. There we go. That's a Steam Vents untapped. The follow-up. Search for his Kanta, it appears. Let's go to Evart, who will draw a Serum Visions. A little manipulation. Draw 1, another Serum Visions. Scry 2. Island, Spire Bluff Canal. The follow-up. Faithless Looting. Draw 1 and 2. Manamorpho, Spire Bluff Canal. Gotta discard 2. There goes Bedlam Reveler and Manamorphose. Spire Bluff Canal will be the land. Enters battlefield untapped. Another Serum Visions. We are just spinning our tires, baby.
Yeah, and I believe no Phoenix here in the graveyard to pay all this off, so our tires are spun.
To Jeremy we go. He will put the Collected Brutality in the graveyard from the search for his Kanta trigger. Was looking for a third land. Did not find it. Does have a Counter Squall in hand, however. For Evart, it's a Manamorphose. Will this resolve? It's always weird to Counter Squall this. You prefer to probably Counter Squall the thing after it. There's no guarantee you get to.
Right. And you don't want to. It's just so bad if you don't spend your mana when you're assault on lands like this. Just cast your thing. Also, you want to get a card in your graveyard because one of the ways to get some mana here is if you're able to get your Escanta to flip over.
Mm-hmm. So Counter Squall is going to take care of that Manamorphose. And Evart will lose 2 life. And just pass the turn back. So now, search for his Kanta trigger. Goodbye Dreadbore. Draw a card for the turn. Swamp. Actually, what are you? Drowned Catacombs?
Water Grave.
No?
That's a Drowned Catacombs.
Drowned Catacombs,
yep.
Yeah. New version. Here's a Jace. Dead. Or is it?
It's like an Is It Charm?
Yes. Spell Pierce mode on Is It Charm will counter the Kolaghan's Command. As Evart cannot search for a basic island with the Bloodstained Mire. He'll have to search for something else. It'll be a basic mountain.
But now Hahn's going to get up to 4 mana here. As the Escanta will, I'm guessing, flip over here in a moment.
Well, Jeremy will take a look at the top card. I believe it is a Swamp that's staring back at him right now. Giving this one a long look. He'll keep it, and now transform the search for his Kanta. Play a Swamp. Now up to 5 mana. Was having mana issues, doesn't have them anymore. This is a Snapcaster Mage. That'll be a fatal push to go along with it.
And a really strong signal here that Hahn has another counterspell here as he elected not to flashback Kolaghan's command.
Thing in the ice. Gonna do a little count here to see if maybe Bedlam Reveler will be on the cheap. But here's the logic not to take care of the thing in the ice, so that's not going to resolve. 4, 5. So here is Bedlam Reveler. So there's enough to play it. Fiery Temper is going to go to the graveyard, and 3 cards on the way. Steam Vent's untapped for the Dispel that was drawn to protect the Reveler. So now we go back over to Jeremy. Jeremy has escaped the mana problems, and now needs to figure out exactly what the best line of play is. It looks like he's just going to pass the turn back, so now we're going to head back over to Evart.
Yeah, Hahn's got the push in here where he doesn't really need to just try to land Jace, and, unsummoning the Reveler is not great, and neither is Fate Sealing here. It's unlikely that the Jace survives. So just use the Azcanta for a little while here. If you can just find a Turbinate, an easy answer, then you can have the cushion to deploy Jace down the line.
And some life to work with.
Yeah, there's no rush here. Doesn't need to react to this attack.
So down to 12, and now here's Cryptic Command. Looks like to bounce and draw. Doesn't matter what modes are selected because Dispel will take care of that. And Jeremy Hahn will now draw, play a land very quickly. Is it time to go towards Jace? No, first things first, Snapcaster Mage will come across here for 2.
Yeah, I still think he's better served just sitting on Azcanta here for a little bit.
And Jeremy will sacrifice the Scalding Tarn to get a land. It'll be a basic island, and then perhaps we'll see this Azcanta activation.
Yeah, I suppose he's drawing to Dreadbore here.
Terminate as well.
Yeah. Gonna go with Jace.
Dismember wouldn't be so bad, but it's actually going to be a Jace activation and bouncing that. Okay, well, this will be a lightning bolt to take care of Jace. This is the counter squall that we felt we knew he had, but I think it's appropriate to get that out of the hand.
Yep.
Because of the Reveler. Is it Charm?
So you can Izzet Charm away the Snapcaster Mage.
Uh-huh. Play a land, play the Reveler. This isn't too bad. 2, 3. Oh, I'd Reveler again.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't pick up anything of note, and now the 2 threats prevent Jace from unsummoning away and protecting itself that way.
Well, I'm a little surprised to see Faithless Looting here. Especially because I believe that Evart has already played a land for the turn.
I think he was just really desperately hunting for a Fiery Temper or a Lightning Bolt to finish off the Jace. But I think you basically get in the same spot just by playing a second Reveler.
Yeah.
Now he's found Cryptics, and it gets a little sticky now. I mean,
see Jeremy taking a look at that Cryptic. We're going to see an Azcanta activation here. Kolaghan's command among the cards. So Jeremy Hahn will take that with him.
and a turn Thought Scour there.
Yep. Fiery Temper among the cards that were placed in the graveyard. All right, going to sacrifice a Mire. Will Evart. Does he have a land to search up? Awkward. Awkward. We've all been there.
Yes.
Bolt something. Bolt your Jace. Trigger prowess. Play a Reveler. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Arclight Phoenix is plural. Along with a Fiery Temper.
Yeah, I mean, you can really load up for next turn here, I think, if you pass. I mean, attack with your Reveler,
yeah.
you know.
Looks like he's going to recast.
I think I would have preferred just to wait a turn on this. Although now he's just so rolled up next turn.
Yep. This will be an attack for 5.
Prowess creature gets pumped twice in a turn as I'm aboard.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Counter plus draw of Cryptic Man. That happened yet? I don't think so.
Yeah. He countered and bounced the Snapcaster Mage.
Okay. Unlucky you. And of course the other Cryptic Command bounced Spell Skite.
Yes.
Before the W.
Come on, Jody.
For Jeremy Hahn now, a Dismember is going to take care of the Bedlam Reveler. As he falls down to 4.
Moughon's hand is so good for next turn. It's
Yeah, it is.
Gonna take a ton.
Let's see what this is. Well, he's dead now. Cryptic Command, bounce and draw. He'll play a Swamp, but Evart has both Lightning Bolt and Fiery Temper in hand, and those 2 bolts will get it done just fine. Evart Moughon's going to win this match over Jeremy Hahn 2-1. Is It Spells will take care of Grixis Control, and for our Is It Spells player, who's using Art Like Phoenix, it's a 3.